one last video touching on the election, and then I think we'll just move on, see what happens on Saturday, and we'll keep fighting the good fight thereafter with whatever comes. So what I want to touch on is a topic that, as best I could tell, has got zero press, and that is Labor's planned policies to start taxing trusts as companies. Now, if you don't own a business, before you switch off, please just listen up for a moment, because this does affect you. So I will upfront acknowledge that the use of family trusts, discretionary trusts, some people could view it as a tax loophole, as a bit of a rort for some people. I can understand why it might be viewed that way. The thing is, it's actually probably about the last remaining method to do some real tax planning and tax minimisation, as well as really important asset protection for business owners. And I know lots of people have an opinion on that and feel that business owners shouldn't get that. I'm very much of the opposite opinion, that as great as business is, it is tough. Business owners need a leg up, especially in the early days, but even ongoing, to help them grow. And I think it's very important that family trusts and their taxation methods are maintained as they are, to give small and medium businesses the chance to receive a bit of a benefit that way. So basically every business in Australia, small to medium business in Australia, will probably have a trust involved. So this affects every business owner. If they don't have a trust involved, don't know, maybe they've received some bad advice up to this point. Now, I don't actually advocate voting on Saturday purely based on what affects you directly. It should be a bit, of a bigger picture, but just keep in mind, if you're a small, medium business owner, this is very much going to affect you. You're almost certainly going to pay more tax as a result of this, and I think you're going to pay your taxes much sooner. It's going to impact cash flow, and that's no small thing. Everybody, even non-business owners, understand cash flow is vital to business. Now, for everyone who's not a business owner, have a think about how many of you, or how many people you know, are employed by small and medium businesses. I don't know the exact stats, but I'm pretty certain the majority of Australians actually work for small and medium businesses. So if those small and medium businesses start paying more tax, it impacts you, because it impacts their ability to employ more people and to give pay rises to their current people, and even maybe to maintain their salary and wage levels for their existing people. Have a think about it. Whoever owns the business you work for, or the people that you know work for, they have a hell of a lot of their own personal commitments. Almost certainly they've got debts and other things hanging over their heads just in terms of the business itself. Then they'll have their own mortgages, personal debts, car debts, education expenses, and of course they want to live a reasonable life as well. There's probably some travel in there, those sorts of things. It's highly likely those things are not going to stop being paid because they now have an extra tax bill. It's highly likely that any extra tax they start paying, it's going to come out of what they have available to pay to their employees, or at least part of it is going to come out of that. So I think this is going to affect employees of small and medium businesses. There are lots of business owners who, like myself, really do value the people who work for them and understand just how important they are, and would love to pay them more, and don't want to find ourselves in a position where we're paying even more tax and it's making it harder and harder to pay them what we want to pay them. There are, of course, also a hell of a lot of business owners who have a very different view, who don't have the respect for their employees that I argue they should. And do you think they're going to think twice about cutting future wage increases, or even just cutting existing wages for their employees if they have an extra tax bill, and the alternative is that they have to lower their own personal expenses? No, I don't think so. I think they're gonna take it out of what they pay to the employees, or at the very least some of it. So this is not a small issue. Don't think it doesn't affect an awful lot of people in Australia, because it does. And the way trusts are being taxed, it's been that way pretty much forever. It has been tightened up a huge amount over the last, say, 15 years. The ability to get extra obscene levels of advantages out of it doesn't exist, but it does just give that little bit of leg up to allow people to start businesses and grow businesses and employ people, which I think you've got the message. I think is hugely important. So we'll leave it at that. I'm sure there's a million other things, obviously a million other things not tax related, that are relevant on Saturday. Good luck making a wise choice, and we'll see if we can start talking about some more interesting things soon, ways to improve your business and grow your business and increase your profits. Okay, cheers, bye.